Hi again. So today I'm going to talk about how to become a certified personal trainer. Listen, take note, and if you've been an athlete all your life or you love physical fitness or you want to help other people through maintaining exercise regimen and knowing all about the body to make sure that they do it safely and get their goals that they want, whether it be to lose weight, whether it be to prepare for a marathon or to just tone up a little bit and live a little bit more fulfilling of a life, because exercise makes you feel better. And if that's something that you want to do either part-time or full-time, you're going to want to listen to this video, and hopefully you find it helpful. Here we go. So there are many certifications out there for becoming a personal trainer, and the one that I ended up going with was the NASM, the National Academy of Sports Medicine. This one. This is the most recent edition book, and it's about 600 some odd pages, not too bad. There's several ways you can purchase it. The exam is something you have to buy, so it's at least a $400 investment if it's just the book that you want to purchase plus the exam. If you want the online modules to help you go along and get the concepts in your brain at like a more structured pace week to week, that costs about $799. And then if you want that on top of a guided, I think, like webinar, it's about $1,499. Quite honestly, just the book is all you need. If you're someone who can study and know what to look for, that's going to be on the exam. Now, if you're someone that struggles with pinpointing exactly the concepts that are going to be on the exam, then maybe the $799 option is good. This is one of the more costly ones. However, NASM somehow, like Apple cell phones or Samsung, is the monopoly or the most reputable brand of certification, and it's the one that will most likely get you hired. So it's the one I got. But the goal is to go out on your own and train as your own business, right? So yeah, I'm going to cover the concepts. Here we go. So right off the bat, they go over the basic physiological functions of the human body, such as the endocrine system, the adrenal gland, the hypothalamus, the thalamus, and how they work together to circulate your hormones throughout your body. And you learn quickly that that's something you need to know. So learn all about the endocrine system, and it's basically one chapter in this book, and the takeaway message for that concept is that lipids, triglycerides, carbohydrates that turn into energy, glucose, all help sustain energy. And lipids are a precursor to hormone production. Okay? That seems to be something that was not only on the practice exams that I took, but it was on the actual exam itself in a different worded form. But lipids are a precursor to hormone production. That's one thing that you should know. Also, under times of stress, your adrenal glands function to help maintain your energy supply by releasing cortisol. And this happens through the breakdown of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. High levels of cortisol are brought about by overtraining, poor sleep, and excessive stress. My phone is ringing. Okay. This would be a good chart to know. Alright, so it's on page 57 of this edition. For the purposes of this exam, all you have to know is that blood flows through your right atrium, goes to your right ventricle, and then out through your left pulmonary artery and right pulmonary artery to get reoxygenated in the lungs, and then that cycles back into your left atrium, goes down your left ventricle, and then out through the descending aorta, or up through the brachiocephalic trunk, and subclavian artery up to your head for total systemic circulation. Okay? So just know it goes right and then left. Okay? Right and then left. Left, leave. That's how I think about it. Left atrium, left ventricle, leave. Leaves your heart and goes into your body. Okay? Know that. And sometimes I've encountered questions about the sinoatrial node and the atrioventricular node, but you don't really need to know about that. The sinoatrial node is like a specialized area of cardiac tissue located in the right atrium, and it is responsible for like the pacemaker of your heart, for sending electric impulses. And muscle fibers, know that they contract and the sarcomeres shorten when the myosin and the actin heads bind together across that bridge. They pull and the muscles shorten. Okay? Know what neural activation is. The contraction of a muscle generated by neural stimulation. Know what a motor unit is. That's referred to in numerous questions. A motor unit is a motor neuron and all of the muscle fibers that it's involved with. Okay? No type 1 and type 2 muscles. Know what the anatomic locations are, alright? Know the planes. Frontal plane is cut like this, to where you have a front half and a back half. Sagittal, the sagittal always has limb movement, going forward or backward, okay? And then transversal is just through your midsection, and that pertains to rotational movement. Swinging a baseball bat, swinging a golf club. Any type of rotational movement, inward or outward, is going to be on the transverse plane. And know about the superior, inferior, proximal, distal, and anterior locations as well. Superior is positioned above the point of reference. Inferior is positioned below a point of reference. So is your hand superior or inferior to your shoulder? It's going to be inferior. And proximal is positioned nearest the center of the body. Distal, positioned further away, like distant, distal. That's how I remember that. And then know the flexion and extension movements. Like if your neck is going down like this, is that flexing or is that extending? And know that that is cervical flexion. This is cervical extension. Okay? You can most likely figure it out and know the different movements performed with each muscle contraction. Is it isotonic? Is it eccentric? Is it concentric? Is it isometric? Is it isokinetic? Just know eccentric, concentric, and isometric. So eccentric, going down in the squat. Isometric, staying there for 2 seconds. And then concentric, pushing up, doing the actual work to lift the force. That's pushing it out. Know the feedback loops, internal feedback, the sensory feedback about length-tension relationships internally in your body so that your body position can react appropriately to the surrounding environment. External feedback is like if a fitness professional is demonstrating something, or there's like a video tape and you're watching that. That's an external feedback loop. Okay? Like, yes, that's good, that's bad. It's coming from personal trainer. That's external. Know that. There's also an app you can install on your phone called Pocket Prep. It's a white square with a red P. I use that, and actually it's still on my phone, and you can refer back to it. Take 10 question tests every week or so to refresh your memory. It's pretty awesome. But you have 500 practice questions at your disposal to help get concepts ingrained in your brain through that as well. SMART acronym. Specificity, measurement, I know this, come on, okay. Specificity, measurement, or measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Okay? That's part and parcel to the behavioral aspect of goal setting. And when a client sets a goal and you help them set up their goals, they have to follow that acronym in order to be an effective and realistic goal for them to achieve. Also, if they have arthritis and or osteoporosis, you want to ease them into a stretching routine and not put them on self-myofascial release, because that may be a contraindication for their musculoskeletal system and not be the most suitable exercise or stretching routine for them. Okay, and finally, the marketing techniques. Okay, product, price, promotion, and the stages of change that a client goes through from not wanting to exercise at all to being an active participant in exercise. Includes pre-contemplation, contemplation, preparation, action, and then maintenance. Okay, know those, know the order, and know what each of them means. And I think that covers it. I hope this helps you guys. Remember to study. Set aside 1 to 2 hours a day if you have a full-time job, and in 2 to 4 months, optimally at least 6 months, but I did it in 3.5, 4, and I'm sure you can get these concepts ingrained to where you feel comfortable explaining them to someone else within a minimum of 3 months. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you found this information helpful and this video was informative, make sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that, and pay it forward if you think someone else can benefit from what I've said in this video to trigger them into gaining confidence in passing an exam, such as the NASM, or just reviewing basics of physiology and exercise science. Pass it along. Make sure to keep it simple, stay courageous, and remember, it is not a problem. Thank you. Yeah.